kind to enhance industry academia collaboration organized by IIT Guwahati.
The chief guest of the Research and Industrial Conclave 2022 is none other than Nobel laureate Professor Lars Peter Hansen. Scientific. This event includes oral, poster, model, and 3-minute thesis presentations. Atelier. This event includes several workshops on transitioning to deep learning, hands on technical writing, and intellectual property rights. Connaissance, a lecture
Dr.
series
Nelson,
provided by
are you
eminent
there?
academicians and industrialists. Discuter, a stage to outshine your debate
Dr.
on
Nelson?
given topics via a panel discussion. Emprendimiento, a platform where you can showcase your startup ideas, raise funds, meet your co founder, early employees, as well as interns. Hackathon, a platform for government bodies and industries to discuss pressing societal
Yes,
problems
yes.
that may need innovative technical intervention or solutions. INSOL, a platform for industries,
Now we
organizations,
can.
startups, and
So,
entrepreneurs to present their problems to
let's start.
academicians, scientists, and researchers. Faculties, students, scientists, and researchers interested in working on the problem will approach the industry for long term collaboration and consultancy. Tech Talk, a platform to enable researchers, research scholars, academicians, faculties, corporate experts to present their translation,
Professor, are you
research
able to
work
hear me?
to the industry and government representatives.
Okay.
Innovation
We will
Exhibit,
begin in
a
just a
platform
moment, sir.
for corporates, PSUs, MSMEs, startups, entrepreneurs, and students to showcase and display their products, prototypes, and services, and promote, raise funds, and take their prototype to the next level, which has a potential for commercialization.
Our partners are Startup India, FICCI,
Warm greetings to
IITG
everyone who has
Newgen
joined us to the
IEDC,
valedictory ceremony of IIT
IITG TIC,
2022.
and
I thank
others.
you all for your patience, for waiting with us. Today, we have successfully completed 4 days worth of events that has spanned over research, industry, as well as entrepreneurship. And I'm sure that we have had a very productive time. Now it is time to announce the winners and also proceed to conclude the ceremony. And it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony. At the very outset, I invite Professor Pratul Chandra Kalita to deliver the welcome address. The stage is yours, sir.
Distinguished invitees, my dear colleagues, students, and other people who are attending this particular online meeting. I welcome you all for this valedictory session of Research and Industrial Conclave 2022. So this has been a very wonderful journey. Mainly the students, they showed tremendous amount of leadership and hard work in order to make this particular event successful. Uh, I would like to take names of Ankan, Subhash, Akif, and Jayant in particular because this and definitely Chetan. These five people, they have put actually heart and soul for this RIC 2022. So an amount of time that they have invested and very meticulously they have gone through each and every component of this particular research and industrial conclave. We have got tremendous support from our director sir and also from our invited speakers and the institute speakers and the dean's office, and definitely Dean IISI had been a source of inspiration for all of us. So, we could see a very good numbers of presentations, very quality oral and poster presentations from all the departments, and also a lot of good amount of panel discussions uh, we could see in this event. So I firmly believe that this particular event is going to show us now new direction, and maybe in the coming years we'll be able to host a similar event, maybe with more energy and maybe with more fruitful outcome will come out of those. It's a wonderful beginning in the sense that this time we have clubbed a research conclave and industrial conclave. And this particular experiment, we found it's very effective, and the actual benefit is going to the stakeholders. So I won't take much time. I once again welcome all the distinguished guests, my dear faculty colleagues, students, and other uh, invitees and guests. So over to you, Parvati.
Thank you so much, Pratul sir. As you all know, one of the two key organizers of RIC 2022 has been the Students Academic Board. And to introduce to us the activities, the structure, and the functioning of SAB, and to describe to us the role of the SAB in organizing this event, I welcome the General Secretary of SAB, Mr. Subhash Pratap. The stage is yours, sir.
Yeah, Parvati, my slides are visible.
Not yet. Oh, we're not able to see it yet. I think it might load.
Now I think it's visible, na?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
visible now.
Oh, greetings to everyone. As we have approached the completion of the 4-day long Research and Industrial Conclave 2022, it gives me an immense pleasure to introduce you the Students Academic Board, one of the two primary organizers of Research and Industrial Conclave. Over the past 3 months, SAB and IIT Guwahati Research Park, along with our committed team of volunteers, have been tirelessly planning for preparing for the RIC 2022. Today, our efforts have attained success. As the General Secretary of SAB, let me present you the structure, functions, and key activities of Students Academic Board. Who we are. The Students Academic Board, IIT Guwahati, is a student body for all the academic matters related to the students of IIT Guwahati. The SAB is designed as the student forum that seeks to address the academic issues and concerns of the entire IIT Guwahati students community. It is a link between the students and administration and forwards all the academic issues of the students to the responsible administrative authorities. SAB organizes different events like Research Conclave, which is the major event of the Students Academic Board, the foreign and regional language courses, the workshops, lecture series, and talks. SAB also conducts the main event for the bachelor students, that is peer assisted learning, in which the research scholars guides the BTech first year students to improve their academic performance. Apart from this, we also deal with the branch change, research internships, exchange programs, fellowships, scholarships, schemes, etc. The SAB Executive Committee is guided by Professor Biman Mandal, the chairman of SAB and the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. The General Secretary, Joint Secretary, RIC, student convener, co-convener, representatives of undergraduate and postgraduate courses, the treasurer, events and activities coordinator, web coordinator, language cell head, and the foreign representative are the members of the committee. The representatives of each course are always available to address the academic concerns and queries of the student body. We also have the SAB UG Council under the Students Academic Board, in which the bachelor students and the branch representatives of each department plays the pivotal role in addressing the issues of branch change, internship, exchange programs, fellowship, etc. These members are nominated by the DUPC chairperson of each department, and these consist of the BTech and BTech representatives of each department. The SAP PG Council consists of the bachelor, masters, and PhD students nominated by the DPPC and CPPC of each department, center, and school. The PG Council of SAP plays a pivotal role in organizing the activities like research conclave, workshops, and invited speakers talk. Each DPPC and CPPC can initiate various departmental and interdepartmental activities under the Student Academic Board. These are the main four events of the Students Academic Board, which are the Research and Industrial Conclave, workshops, lecture series, and the language courses. The language cell. When a foreign student comes to any institute, or we go to the other institute, the major problem is the language. For that we have created a language cell, in which we introduce the campus community, the foreign languages, which aim to expedite the unhindered exchange of knowledge. We provide platform to exchange the students for exchange their communication skills, in turn assisting them in easy and transition foreign culture, work and life. The peer assisted learning. As we all know, the bachelor students in first year we have, they are attending the classes online. For them, we very soon we are starting the peer assisted learning program, in which they are guided by the PhD students for improving their academic performance. The research and industrial conclave. Over the past 4 days, between 20 to 23rd of January, these events were organized in a fully online format. RIC RIC is the most awaited and grand annual event organized by SAB in the research conclave. Since 2015, the research conclave has been efficiently contributing IIT Guwahati pursuit of excellence in research by curating the unique platform that brings researchers, academicians, entrepreneurs, industry leaders together to exchange their knowledge and ideas. This year, SAP joined hands with the IIT Guwahati Research Park to convert its sixth edition of Research Conclave into the Research and Industrial Conclave, titled as Integration 2022. With a broader scope of wider vision in mind, these are the key objectives of Research and Industrial Conclave. It showcases the ongoing research and activities of different institutes, in which we have a model exhibition by research groups from premier institutes, industry academia interactions, interactive sessions, the startups, and identifying the highly intellectual, motivated, and enthusiastic students for the industries. We also provide a platform for the sustainable development and encouragement to a students community for pursuing the higher studies. These are the events in which there is a poster, oral and poster presentations, the lecture series, the workshops, a startup teaching, industrial solution presentation, the panel discussions, thinkers and maker hackathon, product display, and the technical talks. Students are welcome to reach out the Students Academic Board via following channels. Uh, Initially, the research, I would like to share one thing, that initially we have just planned that the research conclave will be fully in offline mode or in hybrid mode. But the obstacle posed by the COVID-19 pandemic this year made us to rethink that we will organize the whole event in online mode. Considering the 2 years pause of research conclave in 2020 and 2021, we were unable to carry out the research conclave. The Research and Industrial Conclave team was faithful in the commitment to host the Integration 2022 with the same enthusiasm. At this point, on behalf of SAP, I would like to thank Professor G. Krishnamurthy, Dean IISI, Professor Bimal Mandal, Chairman SAP, Professor Nelson Muthu, Professor Prabhul Kalita, and all the faculty members associated with the Research and Industrial Conclave. Renowned industrialist Henry Ford once said, "Coming together is a beginning, staying together is a progress, and working together is a success." With these lines, I would like to send my heartfelt wishes to the future incoming the Research and Industrial Conclave organizing team, and hope that they can write the new chapters of progress and success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Subhash. Now, to introduce the activities of TOCIC IIT Guwahati, or the TEPP Outreach Cum Cluster Innovation Center, we have with us Professor Sukhamoy Paul. I welcome you to talk to us today, sir.
Thank you, Parvati. I hope my slide is visible. Parvati, is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you. So, respected dignitaries, my dear student, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all. Uh, uh, I'll discuss our TOCIC Center in a brief manner. I'll not take much time. So, IIT Guwahati, in collaboration with Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, has started a center called Step Outreach Cum Cluster Innovation Center or
Since
TOCIC.
2015,
And through this
Research
center,
Conclave has
we
been
promote
organized to nurture
innovation.
young minds towards
And Professor
research,
Mahanto,
innovation, and
Professor
entrepreneurship
Mahanto is
by
the
the Students'
coordinator
Academic
of the
Board
center,
under
and I
Academic Affairs
am
IIT
one joint
Guwahati. This time,
co-coordinator
SAB and
of the
IIT
center.
Guwahati Research Park, along with
This
IITG TIC,
TOCIC is an
institutes the Research
outreach
and Industrial
center of
Conclave
the
Integration
DSIR,
2022.
and through this
This is the
center
first
we
edition of the
promote
combined Research
innovation.
and
So
Industrial
there are
Conclave of
various
its own kind to
schemes for
enhance
promoting
industry academia
innovation, for
collaboration
promoting innovation,
organized
for
by
promoting
IIT Guwahati.
to
The
promote
chief guest of
innovation
the
of
Research and
startup
Industrial
and to
Conclave
promote
2022
MSME
is
setting
none
up
other
of
than
small and
Nobel
medium
laureate
enterprise.
Professor Lars Peter
And we
Hansen.
not only promote innovation,
Scientific.
we also
This
support
event
to support
includes oral,
financially
poster, model,
individual
and 3-minute
innovators
thesis
to become
presentations.
technology-based
Atelier.
entrepreneurs.
This event
And
includes several
we can
workshops on
support
transitioning to
various
deep
stages
learning,
of your
hands on
requirement.
technical,
And there are
writing,
various
and
schemes
intellectual
under the
property
Prism
rights.
program. I'll get in
Connaissance.
details
A lecture
about
series
those schemes
provided
to
by
fund at
eminent
various
academicians
stages
and
of technology
industrialists.
development and needs of individual
Discuted.
innovator.
A stage to
And as a
outshine your
TOCIC
debate on
center,
given
what we will
topics
do,
via
we
a panel
collect
discussion.
proposal from individual innovators and then
Emprendimiento.
we
A
review
platform
those
where you can
proposals
showcase
using
your
our
startup ideas,
expert
raise
review
funds,
committee
meet
member.
your co
Generally,
founder,
each
early
proposal is
employees,
reviewed
as
by
well as
two expert
interns.
members
Hackathon.
with both the
A
members
platform for government
recommending for
bodies and
financial support.
industries
Then we
to
forward those
discuss pressing
proposals to
societal
DSIR
problems that
for
may need
financial
innovative
support.
technical intervention or solutions.
And there are
INSOL,
actually three
a
schemes
platform
under
for
the program.
industries,
That is present phase one. In
organizations,
phase one, there are
startups,
two categories:
and
category one and
entrepreneurs
category two.
to present their
Category one
problems to
is for
academicians,
development of
scientists, and
proof of concept or
researchers.
development of prototype or
Faculties,
model. So
students,
basically,
scientists,
if you
and
have an idea,
researchers
if you have
interested in
an
working on the
innovative
problem
idea
will approach the
and you do not
industry
know
for
whether
long
your
term
idea can
collaboration
lead
and
to a
consultancy.
successful
Tech
product
Talk,
and you
a
want to
platform
develop
to
a
enable
concept or if
researchers,
you want to develop
research
a
scholars,
prototype, we are ready to
academicians,
support you up
faculties,
to 2 lakhs
corporate
or
experts
90% of
to
the total
present their
project cost.
translation,
And in Prism,
research
we do
work
not
to
support
the industry
100%,
and
we
government
support up to
representatives.
90% of
Innovation
the total
Exhibit,
project
a
cost.
platform
And
for
eligibility
corporates,
criteria is
PSUs,
any Indian citizen,
MSMEs,
including
startups,
student innovator,
entrepreneurs, and
can avail
students
support
to
to develop
showcase
their
and
novel
display
idea
their
in a
products,
marketable manner or
prototypes,
format.
and
And,
services,
and this
and
category one
promote,
is
raise
very
funds,
much
and take
suitable
their
for
prototype
student
to the
innovators.
next
So
level,
if you have an
which has a
idea,
potential
you
for
just let us
commercialization.
know. You submit your
Our
proposal.
partners
In this
are
proposal
Startup
format
India,
is very simple. Only
FICCI,
4 pages proposal you have to
IITG
submit.
Newgen
And if
IEDC,
your idea is
IITG
innovative,
TIC, and
we
others.
can support you up to 2 lakhs.
Thank you for
And then
watching.
in category 2, if you want to
Since 2000.
fabricate the working model or if you want to know the process know-how or if you want to do testing and trial. So let's say in category 1, you have already developed your product. Now you want to test your product. For testing, you may need to send your product to various testing agencies or maybe you want to send your product to various customers. So for that you may need, let's say, 10, 20 or 50 number of your product. So we can support you to develop your 10, 20 or 50 number of 50 unit of product so that you can do the trial and testing, or maybe for patenting, technology transfer, etc. That is basically innovation incubation. And in this case, the maximum support is up to 20 lakhs, again 90% of the total project cost. And in category 2, the duration of the project should be less than 24 months. So as I was talking, that in Prism, we can support you at various stages of your requirement. That is, from your idea, if you want to convert your idea into a prototype, you can apply category 1. And let's say if you are success in category 1 and you want to do your trial and testing, again you can apply, you will get 20 lakhs. And then let's say your product is already successful, you want to start your own startup. company. So again, you can apply in PISM phase 2, that is basically enterprise incubation, and maximum support is up to 50 lakhs, and the support may be provided for scaling up technology-based innovation, including patenting, design registration, trademark registration, technology transfer to develop a marketable product or process. And for phase 2, the criteria is obviously Indian citizen. In addition to Indian citizen, successful PISM innovator or innovator who have successfully demonstrated proof of concept with the support of other government agency or institute, you are eligible for phase 2. So basically, from your product idea to establish your own startup company, all the three stages you can avail the support from PISM. And then PISM R&D. PISM R&D is not for individuals, I am skipping. And the thematic area, currently we are accepting proposal on green technology, clean energy, industrially utilizable smart material, waste to wealth, affordable healthcare, water and sewage management. But more importantly, currently we are accepting proposal in any technology and knowledge intensive area. So only requirement is your idea should be innovative and new. And the selection mechanism is once you submit your proposal, we will screen it for check the completeness, and then the proposal will be evaluated by 2 experts. And if both the expert recommended, it will send to DSIR for financial support. So this three part will be done at IIT Guwahati. And for project presentation and any other activities, no need to go to Delhi or DSIR office. Everything will be done under TOCIC IIT Guwahati only. And then second stage, I mean the final recommendation will be done by PASC committee. And once the project is approved, project monitoring will be done by again TOCIC IIT Guwahati. So our contact informations, if if you want to know about our center, or if you want to know the project format, application format, and any other information, you can go through our website. It is hosted at under IIT Guwahati. Or if you want to send your project proposal, or if you want to discuss anything with me, you can email me. Our ID is TOCIC underscore IIT Guwahati at iitg.ac.in, or you can send your queries through my personal email ID spal@iitg.ac.in. With this, I would like to thank you. I would like to thank the research conclave team for allowing me to discuss about TOCIC IIT Guwahati. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Pal. So along with the IITG TOCIC, one of the key partners of RIC 2022 has been the IITG Newgen IEDC. So in order to introduce to us the activities of the Newgen IEDC, I invite Professor Dwivedi. The stage is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you, Parvati. So let me introduce this NewGen IDC. So uh, this is funded by National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board. So for 5 years, and Professor Ganesh Narayan is the uh, investigator, principal investigator. I am the co-coordinator of the NewGen IDC program actually. So it has a development advisory board, so consisting of head of the institute, then representative from NST EDV, Government of India, then representative from ED, IIE Ahmedabad, then 2 senior faculty members from the host institute, then representative from nearby incubator,
Since
representative
2015,
from
Research
beside
Conclave
DPI
has been
and
organized
Hyderabad
to
under
nurture
Gujarat,
young minds towards research,
representative from
innovation, and
Industry Association,
entrepreneurship by the
Alumni
Students'
Entrepreneur
Academic Board under
also,
Academic
and
Affairs.
so the both the coordinators are also part of this thing. So actually it has started 2 years back, and already we have supported many entrepreneur. So this eligibility for this thing, so for prototype development grant, so development of prototype, so this is a 1 year grant actually we used to give, then aiming for commercialization, patent, industry collaboration. So generally we give this to a student team mentored by a faculty member. So it will cover the recurring cost for organizing workshop, honorarium, travel cost. So any faculty member also can avail this facility. So this selection procedure is form is available in this NewGen IDC web page. So two-stage procedure is there. So in first stage screening by coordinators, and in second phase or second stage it is review by experts. So previously we have organized several events. So such events are so we have started already. I told you we have started from 2019. So we have this healthcare hackathon in September 5 to 7, 2019. Similarly, we organize this workshop on entrepreneurship development in collaboration with TIC IIT Guwahati in September 11, 19. Then talk and interaction session with Nitin Gupta. So similarly, we did several activities like this COVID-19 challenges. So in collaboration with R&D section IIT Guwahati in April 2020. Then online software skill development programs. We used to do this thing regularly. And so if you are interested, so you can download these files also. So this is related to a CAD package. So 4 lectures on SolidWorks, complete SolidWorks package, you can get it from this thing. And similarly, this online software skill development program we did in December 10 and 11. So Dr. Sajan Kapil was the professor who has delivered all these talks. And we did several workshops, actually 17 sessions workshop we conducted last year related to this entrepreneurship development program. So this is online. So February 2000, February 1st, 2021 to March 31st. So in the 17 sessions, so uh, uh, they have given the course module wise. So startup and related terms. So brief about business aspect of startup, various legal and financial aspect of startup session. So various tools suitable for the startups. Actually, all these things you can get it from the website of the NewGen IDC also. And so as already I told you, so we give generally projects up to 2 lakhs. So in the year 1920, so we have selected 10 projects. So these are student projects and mentored by one faculty member. And similarly in 2020-21 we have given 15 projects. So these are the 15 projects what we have allotted last year. So these are only 1 year projects, so you should be cautious when you are applying for the same. So this year also we have given around 20 projects, and next 2 year also, so we'll be giving another 20 projects. So those who are interested, those who, student member and faculty member, those who are interested, they may apply for these projects. Actually these are small scale projects, so you can apply. But here the objective is to develop the product, so you should have the product development thing in your mind and you can develop that thing. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dwivedi. Now, to share with us the experience of the first edition of the Research Conclave, which was conducted in 2015, I invite Professor Anupam Saikia, the first chairman of the Students' Academic Board. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. So distinguished guests, colleagues, and dear students, good afternoon, everyone. So first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for their sincere effort, especially during this year of pandemic, to organize this research conclave, research and industrial conclave. And they must have received immense support from the administration, because I know that without that, it's not easy to hold such an event. So I also thank them. And I congratulate all the participants, internal as well as external. And I'm certainly grateful for this opportunity to speak here about memories of Research Conclave, because I feel deeply associated with this event because I was there during its inception. And maybe as a prelude to this, the formation of Student Academic Board, I should mention a little bit. When I became Associate Dean of Academic Affairs in 2014, that time there was a feeling that probably we need a board or student body which can address their concerns regarding academic issues. because student Gymkhana Council was there, but it was overloaded. There were like too many things for them to do, and so they did not have enough scope to address such concerns. And mostly, it was also the perception. When students, it was were feeling that okay, some of the rules and ordinances that academic section has, like they could not really appreciate those and felt a bit like left out, or particularly students who were not doing academically well. And apart from that, even the graduate students, they were like in gymkhana activities, they were not too much involved. It was as if like there's a feeling that probably more undergraduates were involved in the gymkhana council activities. So with all these thoughts, like there was this like I mean we thought that at that time that is a students academic board is necessary. And in this regard, I must mention Professor Pakshirajan was welfare board chairman, and then Parth Sabrawal, he was at that time, I think, welfare secretary, and Om Prakash was the vice president of Gymkhana. They all gave their inputs, and then we proposed it in the Senate, and it got accepted. And it was like research conclave was one of the main activities as that it has been mentioned. Of course, like we had this peer-assisted learning or foreign languages, like we ran this French and Japanese language classes. But yeah, so research conclave initially it was actually planned just in, and it was organized in 12 days. But of course, there was no, it was not at this scale, at the present scale. Like at that time, it was completely internal, and it was poster presentations, talks mostly. But it received a very good response. All these posters were presented in the academic complex itself, and we could see that it was really very satisfying to see that a lot of students actively participated and discussed, and they like took an interest what is happening beyond their own area of research, or what is happening in the other departments, what their friends are doing. So that kind of some interdisciplinary knowledge, I think it created some ambience for that. And but it was planned very hastily, and then but it was nevertheless quite a success. And so that's why we felt that okay, we can continue with this in the coming years, and that's what people did. And I must mention a few names of a few individuals who contributed significantly. First name that comes to my mind from among the students, Dr. Urjuti Bora. He was like the first convener of the first research conclave, and he was very much enthusiastic about it, and he got a team who worked very tirelessly. So it was really great to it was great to work with them. Of course, it was the budget was very small that time. It was like 1.5 lakhs for 3-day activity. And but later on it expanded, like next year it became like 5.5 lakhs, and then after that like it became probably 10 lakhs, and then they were like external participants and all. So that's how it became a much bigger event. And then I think from 2017 onwards, we also had this Institute Open Day, where like on that day, as you know, that of course now not in the pandemic year, but there's lab facilities and all others. Like it is open to external students, local students. They can see what is going on, what the kind of activities are done within IIT. So yeah, so basically, more or less that's all I have to say actually. That but later on, of course, there like many other components were added, like these workshops, like on say LaTeX or IPR and other technical aspects. There were like several workshops in the later research conclaves. And of course, one of the goals was to have this increase this industry academia interaction. And I'm very happy that this is now this is more of a focused area in this research conclave. And many prominent speakers now are speaking in these events. Like I think this year we had a Nobel laureate. Of course, those years we tried, but we were not quite successful. But now it's great to see that. Of course, there's having the event online also helped. That is certainly true. And yeah, so and I must also mention my thank or gratitude to do the people who helped in the organization of the first research conclave. Of course, Dr. Professor Gautam Biswas was very supportive, and then Professor Ravi Mukherjee, I must mention, he was Dean External Relations, and because he later on he like there were certain alumni fund, and he allowed us to use that for certain awards. So that was helpful. And Professor Saurabh Basu, who was like Dean Outreach, at that time he was Dean Outreach, and he helped in inviting these local students to visit IIT Guwahati during this Institute Open Day. So it was a great experience working with, particularly the students who were very passionate about it. Like I'll mention a few names like Vikas, then Prince Barnwal, Nilkamal, Mriganko Saha, Dipti Yadav, Garima Srivastava, and many others. Like there are too many names. It will be like, and some of the names I have forgotten, but I remember their enthusiastic faces, and probably that was the best memory for me for the from the first few research conclaves. So, and now it's very good to see that it has evolved into a much larger event, and I hope that it keeps growing and it becomes more and more relevant for the students, and there will be more participation from students and faculty members within the institute as well as from outside. And yeah, thank you all for this opportunity to speak here.
Thank you so much, Professor Saikia. Now we have with us Professor Nelson Muthu, the faculty convener of RIC, to
Since
share the
2015,
experience of
Research
organizing
Conclave
RIC
has been
2022.
organized to nurture young minds towards research, innovation, and entrepreneurship by the Students' Academic Board under Academic
The
Affairs
floor is
IIT
yours.
Guwahati. This time, SAB and IIT Guwahati Research Park, along with IITG institutes the Research and Industrial Conclave Integration 2022. This is the first edition of the combined research and industrial conclave of its own kind to enhance industry academia collaboration.
we could not, conduct the research conclave event due to this first wave of COVID-19. So this time, we now that we have become conversant with, conducting classes over MS Teams platform, it became a little easy for us to actually handle this such a big event, research and industry conclave, the first edition, um, in a online mode. In fact, it was quite a challenging times, in the sense only 2 months was, in fact, 3 months were given, and it almost took a month to actually assemble the team and get them going. So essentially, it was a 2 month of time for preparing for this event, and then the entire student community, the administration, especially director sir, Professor TG Sitaram, deputy director, and Professor S.K. Kakoti, and under the leadership of Dean Madam Chitralekha Mahanta, Professor, and Dr. Professor Biman Mandal, SAP Chairman, and also the guidance from Dean ISI, Professor G. Krishnamurthy. So it took this form. So actually had to, connect with multiple administration sections. I still remember in 2020 when it was a physical event, I had to go to different sections from director's office, deputy director's office, AER section, OEP, establishment, R&D, ISI. So it was quite a unique experience in that sense. But this time, because it's an online event, I did not have much to do with establishment section. But then it was a big learning curve for me. In that sense, there was a lot of learning in terms of how things happen, at IIT Guwahati. Students also, I'm sure, they have handled these things at this level, and especially Subhash, Ankan, Akif, and many others. In a short period of time, they were able to understand the dynamics of this event, and sure this would be a big learning curve for them in terms of personality development. Uh, so without the support from colleagues, this event would not have been possible. The faculty advisors from various departments have come forth and extended their support voluntarily. I really thank for helping us at a time like this. In such a short notice, they have come forward and they extended their helping hand. So thank you very much. And also, I thank various sponsors, NRL, Canara Bank, Professor Tokik, Professor Kumaipal, and also Professor Diveri. Various stages they have helped this event to grow. So it was quite a unique experience, and I really thank all of the administration and also my faculty colleagues on behalf of the Research and Industry Conclave team. So I mm, wish all the best for the new team because this event has been growing bigger and bigger. Of course, there are challenges as well as the event grows bigger, and as we carry forward this mantle to support the cause of students and glorify IITG, sure you would also learn many new things. Last but not least, I also thank my faculty co-conveners, Professor Pratul Kalita and Professor Silva. They have been pillars of support for me at various stages. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Muthu. Now we move on to the most awaited part of the valedictory ceremony, that is the felicitation of the winners. To declare the winners of the poster and 3-minute presentation events within the research vertical of RIC 2022, I welcome Professor Biman Mandal, the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, UG. Sir, I request you to read out the names which will be presented on the screen and declare them the winners of their respective events.
Yes, thank you, Parvati. Am I audible? Please confirm.
Yes, sir, you are visible and audible.
Right. So, thank you for the opportunity. And of course, I would like to add a few things before we move to the winners, of course, because it's a concluding session and we are all here to enjoy the fruits of the efforts, which, as Nelson said, been planned a few months back, right? And under the current circumstances, it was a Herculean task, right? And but again, I'm very proud of my team here, which has actually worked out through the difficult times. And as Professor Anupam was saying, that the journey from the beginning of the research conclave, the inception, and towards today's time, when we have the first edition of research and the outcome, which is in terms of industry, where we have amalgamated research and industrial experience together in this edition in 2022, is a journey by itself, right? And I do take pride where we could show that as a team, if you plan something even in the shortest period of time, things can be pulled out. And also in a period of a pandemic like this, what we are facing still in COVID-19, we could successfully pull out the online event. Now, as was said, I mean, there is a lot of things which has gone in the background. Of course, earlier speakers have expressed how the administrators have helped in terms of the director sir, deputy director, madam, and Dean IISI. I still remember, when we were planning it out, as a researcher myself, I was very enthusiastic with the idea that we should not have two individual research and industry activities differently, but at some point of time we should amalgamate so that one gets benefited by the other. At the end of the day, research for research, it is the industry which utilizes the outcome of the research, and it is the industry which relies on research, actually, lab research, for the inputs. So, and the idea was very much welcomed by Professor Krishnamurthy. I'm thankful to him, and for joining hands. And of course, without saying goes, the maximum efforts were by the team. We as administrators, our job is to maybe remove the hurdles or provide the support, but it is the team that walk the path and make it a success. So I thank the entire team, student team particularly, where I may miss some names, but again, majorly Subhas, leading from the front, and then Ankan, Akif, and so many names. I mean, youngsters coming up, they were themselves they were being selected few months back, right? Because we had to form the committee and the club itself and the representatives. We interviewed them, and then there came this Herculean task in front of them, and they have really worked like anything. I mean, maintaining their own growth in the institute in terms of academic and research, they're doing at the level, and taking a event like this to success. So I wholeheartedly thank them for this effort they have put in. And of course, my colleagues, Professor Nelson, Professor Pratul, and Professor Selvaraju, being the conveners and co-conveners, I mean, the guiding force, and they have been really on their toes, and guiding the entire team and pulling this off. I thank you from SAB as SAB chairman, and also the associate dean from the academic affairs, to do justice to the dream that we started dreaming a few months back, and within the shortest time we could deliver. And this gives us a lot of hope for the coming years, where in fact we planned a lot of things. Unfortunately, we could not execute because we wanted the students to experience the real feeling of a research industrial conclave, where they could meet, interact. But with the guidelines being in place, we could not do that this time, unfortunately. But it's a good beginning within the constraints that we had. And I think in the coming years, we would take it to the next level, where we would have more detailed interactions for this conference, joint conference. And of course, thanks to the department center, schools, their representative, faculty advisors, student representatives, because they are the pillars of this particular conference, and research and industrial congress. So thanks to them for giving their best and pulling off success here. So with this, I'd like to move on to the awards and prizes, where of course, I mean, as we all know that awards and prizes names only a few, but because of how will I put it, there was an effort from everybody, and it is to be applauded. And wish we could give awards to everybody for the fantastic efforts they have put in. But with no, as per the rituals, it is only 1, 2, and 3, and only the limited number. But certificates surely we are providing for the participation, and we wish all the participants best of luck, and they should put in take this as a positive, and come out with more ideas, participation in the next rounds. So yeah, so Parvati, can we?
Yes, sir. Chetan, please move the slides forward.
Yes, so as I can read, so congratulations to the winners here for the poster presentation. I can see Department of Chemistry, internal, first prize goes to Shubhajit Pak, second prize to Tamanna Khandelia, second prize to Manideepa Paul, third prize to Sushmita Devi, and joint third prize to Rakesh Majumdar. From external participants, I can see here first prize goes to Shamal Kanti Bera from NICER, and second prize goes to Siddhi Jaiswal from IIT BHU. Congratulations to all the award winners. From Department of Bioscience and Bioengineering, you can see here internally, first prize goes to Shatakshi Hazra, second prize goes to Rachita Dev, joint second prize to Chandi Charan Patra, and third prize to Rumela Mitra, external first prize to Diksha Tiwari of IIT Indore. Congratulations to all the award winners. Department of Chemical Engineering, internal award winners are first prize Kumar Kartike Singh, and second prize goes to Stuti Dubey. Congratulations. For the next level, where there was a 3-minute oral presentation, and we can all understand 3 minutes to represent your work is a daunting task. And I congratulate to all the participants who have participated in this particular event, and the winners from this. What has emerged is internal IIT Guwahati. One is first prize is Abhinay Kumar. Second prize is Vartika Srivastava. Internal category 2, I can see here first prize goes to Rajkonda Nagarai Prakash, and the second prize goes to Shamik Mitra. From the external category, first prize goes to Praveen Kumar, IIT Patna. Second prize goes to Shweta Jakmola from IIT Indore. Third prize goes to Smita Anil, NIT Karnataka, and Amar Singh, IIT ISM Dhanbad. Many, many congratulations to the award winners.
Thank you so much, Professor Biman. Now we have the declaration of the winners of the oral presentations event within the research vertical. So in order to read out the names and declare the winners, I welcome Professor V. Krishna, the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs PG and the Dean IC of Academic and Student Affairs, IIT Guwahati. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to all the participants. And for oral presentations, the discipline of chemistry from IIT Guwahati, Debashish Burman. This is the first prize. Rupa Boy Addanki, she is receiving the second prize. And from outside, IIT Jodhpur, Abhishek Mishra, this is the first prize. So congratulations to all these students. In the discipline of bioscience and bioengineering, from IIT Guwahati, Sunanda Chetri, this is the first prize. Parameshwar Gawande receiving the second prize, and Nayan Moni Dori receiving the third prize. The discipline of chemical engineering from IIT Guwahati, Mudrika Singhal receiving the first prize. Punam Priya Porgohan receiving the second prize. And from outside, it is from Institute of Chemical Technology, ICT, Mumbai. Debarati Maiti is receiving the first prize. The discipline of receiving the first prize from IIT Guwahati. And from outside, from IIT Kanpur, Samayat Fanta is receiving the first prize. And from IIT Palakkad, Aishwarya Kasarla receiving second prize. The discipline of agro and rural technology from IIT Guwahati, Rebecca Idrishi is receiving first prize, and Hina Kaushal is receiving the second prize. So congratulations to all these winners of these prizes. And now in environment, Prithvi Chayan Chatterjee is receiving the first prize from IIT Guwahati. And from outside, Pragati is receiving the first prize. And in energy engineering, Premeshwari Devi Maivam is receiving the first prize from IIT Guwahati, and from IIT BSU, the external Shivan Tiwari is receiving the first prize. And in the discipline of civil engineering, from IIT Guwahati, Nandini Sharma is receiving the first prize. And from outside, Bangalore University, Ali Yunus is receiving the first prize. And in design, Trisha Bordoloi is receiving the first prize from IIT Guwahati. And in nanotechnology, Ritesh Kant Gupta is receiving the first prize from IIT Guwahati. And from outside, this IIT Indore, Mopia Mukherjee is receiving the first prize. And in electronics and electrical engineering, we have from IIT ISM Dhanbad, Kasina Jyoti is receiving the first prize. And in humanities and social sciences, we have from IIT Kanpur, Trina Das is receiving the first prize. So congratulations to all the award winners and all the participants too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Krishna. Now we have the winners of the events within the industrial vertical of RIC. In order to declare the winners, we have with us Professor P. Muthukumar, the Associate Dean of IINSI, IIT Guwahati. I welcome you, sir, to read out the names and declare them the winners of their respective events.
Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Should I share the screen? Do you have the PPT with you? Okay, no problem. Let me share the screen. Okay, my screen is visible. The screen
Yes.
is visible. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. So it's my great pleasure in announcing the winner from the industrial vertical side. And before that, we sincerely thank the sponsor for this event. So without taking much time, for the model presentation and innovation exhibit category, the first prize goes to Mr. Anurag Ramarao Lambur, and the cash prize of 2000 with the certificate, and the second prize goes to Mr. Sandeep Singh. He will receive cash prize of 1500 plus a certificate. And the second category, that's a technical talk. Here the winner is Mr. Anurag Diwari, a cash prize of 2500 plus a certificate. Then now we have the third category, that's a Kekathon. And the first prize goes to Kunjan Danuga and Pranjal Singh. It's a team in price of 10,000 rupees and a certificate. And the second prize goes to Soumya Das and Angit Guha and Arpita Sureka, cash price of 7,500 plus certificate. And the third prize goes to Devika Singh and Tirupati Rani, Punjab, and then Sri Hari, cash price of 5,000 plus certificate. Then the last one, that is the entrepreneurship. It's a main, the important, of course, event, entrepreneurship and the startup. And here the first prize, of course, the winner will receive a cash prize of 10,000. Plus, we will recommend to have their incubation center at IIT Guwahati through the incubation center. So they can, of course, exercise the options of having an incubation center here in our institute. So the winners are Manoj Kumar Maiti, he is from Nest Care Techserve Private Limited, and Mr. Ranjit Barua, he is from Aromika Tea, the startup, and then the third one is Sumit Das, and of course Pico G Ecotech Private Limited. So I congratulate all the winners, and also the big congratulations to all the participants. Anyway, the participation itself be a great, of course, experience for all of you, those who are not received the prize. And you can, of course, you can try in the next time. And obviously, you might have got a lot of experience from this event. And once again, I, thank the RIC team for their effort and for making this event a grand success, even despite this pandemic situation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor. We are nearing the end of the ceremony. In order to deliver the vote of thanks, I welcome Professor G. Krishnamurthy, Dean II&SI of IIT Guwahati, as well as the professor in charge of the IITG Research Park. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Parvati. Uh, First, just maybe I will tell in maybe in 10, 15 seconds how we started it as a research and industrial conclave. So actually we planned for the industrial conclave sometime in December. We planned to start it maybe sometime in September or something. We are thinking that we should have a first time the industrial conclave from the research park. Then this was the beginning. So after that, when we were planning, and initially in September itself, we have the meeting with our clients to have an industrial conclave. Then I know that Professor Nelson Muttu, as he mentioned earlier, he met me that last for the last research conclave for the support for the research conclave from the office of IASA. So that unfortunately that event got cancelled. So then this time, okay, I asked request him to be part of the industrial conclave. Then he was suggesting that okay, he may be in the research conclave also. Then we were discussing that okay, why can't we have the both the conclave together? That was the beginning of the journey. Then thanks to Professor Biman Mandal, in fact, maybe we have with Professor Nelson Muttu, we have 3-4 sitting. With Professor Biman Mandal also we have 4-5 sitting. So to plan that how do we go for it, okay, because we have some of the problems, because we are already in the pandemic situation, that how to do without avoiding a class. So all those things were that. So it was the he gave all the support from the academic section. So then, and of course to the Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Chitragamond also. So they gave the whatever the things we needed from the academic section. So that's why we could go for the new chapter of the conclave, the new version. That is the first time we could conduct this research and industrial conclave. First, our thank to our director, Professor T.G. Sitaram, and he was encouraging from us. Okay, from we started it as an industrial conclave. So we, in fact, I have to visit the Northeastern Council several times. Okay, some of the time in the last minute only I get the appointment. I go and I will send the message, and the way I send the message to him, sir, I have to go out of station. He was always supportive, and he understand, and whatever the support he need is there. In fact, uh, NEC was ready to support it at the bigger level, but unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we could not go in that level, so we could not go beyond certain limit. Okay, that what the happened. So when we decided, okay, to have it the research and industrial conclave together, we approached the our director. He gave the generous support uh, uh, from the institute, and our deputy director, Professor S.K. Kakodi, he also gave the all the support, whatever is needed. Okay, initial meeting, when we had it, okay, our director has to leave for some urgent meeting, so he was chairing the meeting, and he gave all the assurance from the institute, and he also gave all the support. Then when we did from institute side, okay, when we have to get this support and to get the things on time, and it was the Professor Rajiv Bhattacharya, Dean RGF. So when I approached him, he told that okay, you don't worry, whatever is there, I have done it. Okay, you will do all the things, and will make the things smoother. Okay, so that was the support we got it from all of them. Okay, so with that support only we could move forward. Both from the institute support only we could move forward to have the event. Of course, all the event of industrial research conclave part is entirely supported by the institute. All the event of industrial conclave is supported by the different sponsors. Like we started with the NRL, Canara Bank. We also have Newgen IEDC and IIT Guwahati. We also have with us also the that TOCAC, and also this we have the Northeast Center for Biological Center, Sciences and Healthcare Engineering. So even it's not a research conclave, but it's supported. It supported the workshop what we have conducted for the event. Okay. So we also have the first time we went to reach out the industry. Once we say industrial conclave, if we have it only within us, we are not able to be successful. So we will try to reach out in the industry. That's why we took the NRL also as a partner for it, along with our IIT Guwahati technical incubation cell. So these two give the support whatever is needed for that. And of course, the first time we are collaborating with this FICCI, like federation, like industrial federation, like FICCI and Startup India, all those things. So thanks to all of them for the support, whatever uh, they gave it. When we approached the last minute, okay, Professor Sukhmaipal, in fact, there was other side of it, okay, that. So when we approached him the last minute or so, and he gave this, he did not took much time, okay. He already we had the discussion, so he also gave the support. And when we go for the event organization, okay, there is a long list of people, okay, who gave that the support, okay. Starting from our director and Professor Sitaram, and also our deputy director, Professor Sachindra Kakodi, and our dean of academic affairs, Professor Titalegamanda. Uh, I already mentioned. So whatever the support, okay, one of the key support we got it from this SAP is to Professor Viman Mandal. So who was initially he was the one who was very much keen to have the industry to go for the new version of the first ever industrial research conquest. So we have to be proud of that. First time we went for the step forward to start a new chapter. Of course, I have to thank the Professor Ganesh, who is the convener for the industrial vertical of this, and also Professor Nelson Muttu. In fact, we have a lot of discussion on how to take the event further. All the support, whatever they both of them gave very good support. And Dr. Vijay Saradi, who was the treasurer of the conclave, and also the conveners of the co-conveners of the conclave, Dr. Pultur Kalita, Dr. Vidya Grace Jagannathan, uh, Dr. Silvaraju, and Dr. Karna Kalita, all for that support, whatever they gave it to the rest. Once we have it like a industrial conclave, certainly we want to have the people from the industry also to be the advisors of that. In that angle, Manjula Saikya Abhiyan. So she was IAS. She was uh, the key person in bringing the Assam bionas. Okay, so we brought her in, and also see Rajiv Goswami, also as one of the advisor. He was the ex-director of Finder. So thanks to both of them. And in fact, I have to give one of the main support we got it from the industrial conclave point of view from Mr. William Sharma, who was the one of our client of the research park. So he was always with us. Okay, for the first time we could have we have more than 50 startup companies was part of the conclave. Of course, okay, without the student team, nothing could have been possible for us. So always, whenever we had all the support, okay, uh, the student team is the actual backbone for us to run the whole the event. That with their support, nothing could bad. But it is in this, I am very fortunate to work with them very closely for this event. So it is thanks to all the student conveners and the team led by Subhas, Ankan, Atif, Imran, and Giant. Okay, Giant. One thing I have to mention when we talk about Giant. So when we went to the contaminated zone, then we decided that we should go for a festival event. Giant was talking at least you get the permission for allowing 10-15 people inside of the technical team sit in one room. Even today, Giant is not in the campus. We are running the event successfully. Uh, Giant is a success. We can do it from anywhere. That's it shows okay. And Ayush, and the heritage spurs who helped the hospitality of part of the industrial conclave, and Pranay Singh, Akansha, who is mainly the designer of that of the lot of things he had designed. In fact, the T-shirt and the mug, she was the one who designed for the conclave. Uh, Parvati, the financier, and also Sivani, Ashini, Alan, and also as we have mentioned, we all this whole team, okay, that we made our event successful thanks to every one of them. And when we go for the support from the department, actually in person I have to thank two department. One is the Department of Chemistry. Initially we do not have any faculty advisors, so personally I have to interview and talk to the head of the chemistry and the faculty coordinator. They gave the support. In fact, let us say they were very active initially, even though they have started it late. And in the end, we have to thank the faculty coordinators of advisors of physics department. Unfortunately, the faculty advisor of physics, earlier faculty advisor of the physics department, parents were admitted in the hospital. They could not do it. So we have some communication gap and other thing. So last minute we have to go with it, and the physics HOD gave all the support, and also the last minute request. Okay, whatever when we requested Professor Ravi, he took care of the things. So special thanks to them, because this is last minute things. So in fact, so all the faculty coordinators and faculty advisors of the conclave, they gave a tremendous support. Without that support, we could not have it this first ever research and industrial conclaves. And thank you for everyone for their valuable contribution. In fact, I read only few names, okay, but our volunteer number is much bigger than whatever I could say, okay. Otherwise, I need another 1 hour to talk about every one of them. So, but whatever I could read, that is just a brief team. Okay. Our team is much expanded than that. I also thank to Rangbir Singh, who was the arranged the hackathon, because the hackathon we have less registration. Then I was last minute, and we are talking to Professor Rangbir Singh. Then what he gave this whole problem, and why I have to thank special thank to him is that initially what is the price money we have to decide. That was the one which I was saying, that depending on the effectiveness of the solution we decide the price money. And in fact, the student team was given a lesser time, and within this time it was the committee, the jury recommend to give a higher price, okay. So then we went for giving them, okay, the relatively the higher price than others, because they are saying that whatever the COVID management system, whatever is whatever is developed, we want to develop it for that, maybe to use it effectively in the campus. Okay, we want to take it forward, that one. So thanks to the whole team, and for making the whole event success, our event success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor. Once again, hearty congratulations to all the winners and participants on behalf of Team RIC 2022. It has been our pleasure to host all of you. We hope that the event added value to your pursuits. Wish you a great time ahead and see you all next year. The valedictory ceremony has now concluded. Thank you.